What is going on, guys? TheLostYeti here, and today we're back again with another episode of Fall Guys. Today we're going to be playing some slime survivors, and without further ado, let's hop right into our first match of the day. Hi ho, roll out we go. Checking out these costumes, though. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day, How you doing? How you doing? We back at it again with them white vans and chicky outfits. I don't know what kind of mood I'm in today, but a little behind the veil. We should have a new series hitting the channel pretty soon, if not already starting, called Amy, and that was pretty interesting. I just finished up finishing. That's how you say that you're bringing a series to a close, I do suppose. But yeah, so it's 4 episodes long if you guys have been tuning in. Definitely a weirder one. It's an indie game, so I figured I'd give it a go. I like kind of highlighting that kind of stuff. I understand that it probably won't get the most amount of views, but man, oh man, is that game weird. Like I said, I just finished it up, and if you guys want to check out the series, I highly recommend it. I won't spoil any of the plot points, but it's supposed to be a horror game, and it kind of touches on some touchy subjects. I think it's supposed to be like a commentary on suicide and that kind of stuff, which, fair play. The game is made by, I believe, a 16 to 18-year-old. I know he said somewhere in there that he started it when he was 16, but I think it took him a couple of years to finish it. So either here nor there. Better game than I could make, I'll put it to you that way. But the writing was not exactly the best, and I tended to poke fun at it. At one point, and I think this is early on, so I don't mind pointing it out now, there was like a car accident, and everyone was just standing there, hanging out, as if nothing went wrong. And I'm just like, yep, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. You guys are ignoring the shattered car in the corner. I don't know, but like, if I were you in real life, if I'm driving down the freeway and I see a car that has already been in an accident, I'm already like freaking out, panicking, swerving left and right, causing another accident, flipping my car over, rolling it off, you know, like, just normal people reactions. And these people were like, oh, you know, another accident. Guess it's Wednesday. These are, you know, happens all the time. Don't really want to be concerned with anything like that. And I'm just like, actually, dude, I would be highly concerned. Wow, we got a really good run on that piece. But yeah, no, so whatever. The game, something else. If you want to check it out, please do. I do apologize. It's probably not the most exciting thing, but I appreciate you checking out nonetheless. Dwarf, please don't hold me here. But yeah, that's Amy, and let's finish out this race, because we're going to qualify. Block party. Yeah, not going to lie, I am... Is he still in here? Yeah, he's still in here. Mr. Beast, I'm super salty. No, Mr. Beast isn't here, but a guy with the Mr. Beast costume. I'm super salty I didn't end up getting that costume. I still think it's one of the cooler costumes in the game. And speaking of cooler costumes in the game, a good segue is actually the doctor that's chilling over here. That's the new costume. I will say I do like it quite a bit, but it's hard, you know, because you have so many costumes that you do like, especially when you start dropping crowns on them. It's like, you know, it's hard to switch them up and keep things fresh. I went with the chicken today, honestly, because I hit the randomize button and it came up with the chicken top, and I was like, you know what? I'm kind of feeling chicky today. Whatever that's supposed to mean. But I do like the doctor outfit. I don't think I'll have enough money to afford it right when it comes out, but neither here nor there. Super salty I don't actually have the dragon costume, but I was not about to spend real world money to get the dragon costume, no matter how awesome it is. Listen, if I wasn't going to buy the Yeti costume, of all costumes, that would be the one I'd buy, just for what should be obvious reasons. I'm not going to be getting the dragon costume. But hey, if you guys did buy the costumes, let me know in the comment section below. What costume did you get? Or, you know, just say, hey, I don't think it's worth buying costumes. It is something I am curious about, of like what percentage of people actually do get the costumes. Like, are they super rare? But anyone could get them at any point, and no! Oh man, that's a rough lay on that one. That's alright though, we'll hop right into the next match. I think we're gonna switch it up and go back to main show, but without further ado, let's go back to the main menu. Alright, hit parade, here we come. I don't know about anyone else here, but whenever I'm in the loading menus, I know I cut them out, but I swear sometimes it cuts down and it's like, yeah, 15 seconds and we'll start the match, and then instantly once it hits 0 seconds, it's like, oh, we got everybody in. like, I don't know if it's just the algorithm and the way it's working, but I never feel like I'm on the receiving end where it's like I'm joining in the lobby with like 1 second left and it's just like, okay, full lobby, good to go. I always feel like I gotta wait the full 15 seconds, which is always kind of weird. But alas, I shouldn't gripe on that. It's good to play a little bit of, what is this, Hip Raid? Or Hip Raid, I think it's called? Man, I still, regardless of how much I play this game, will get the names mixed up for all the maps. It's a miracle, honestly, even considering that they don't put, like, name variants. If they did, it would be even worse. Like, if it was, like, Hit Carnival or Hit, like, something else to tell you what variants the maps would. Oh my god. It'd be so bad. Looks like we're in the upper half here. I'm just going to straight line it right to the end. Hopefully we get lucky here, because it's going to be pretty close. Closer than what I would like. Oh boy, we picked the right costume for this one. Mother hen protecting her eggs? It sounds about right. Yeah, no, so update on behind the scenes. As you guys may or may not know, when I'm not playing video games, I also do collect older video games and rare video games. So a little update on that, if anyone cares about that, is recently I've tracked down a personal copy of Fortnite, which is kind of cool, a physical copy of Fortnite. And you might be telling yourself, hey, Yeti, A, I've never seen you play Fortnite, and you're like, that's an astute observation is what I'm saying. But also, you might be asking, hey, Yeti, Fortnite's a free game that you can download online. Why is this such a big deal? And for those of you that don't collect and that kind of stuff, I could understand why you might not know about this specifically. But so Fortnite, for example, is a game that it's only really available online. And if it wasn't available online, then that's where you get some of the awkwardness going on of, like, hey, if the game ever gets taken offline or it goes offline because it's old or whatever reason, then you can't play the game. And the only way to play that game would be technically if you had a physical version of it. And for whatever reason, Fortnite's a very weird game in the respect that they actually did make a physical copy of the game at some point. And I ended up tracking that down specifically, but you could technically play the game with the disc, even if the game was offline, because it was originally meant to be like that, which is just super awesome from someone that is into like the weird and the niche. And I know I talk about indie games, but I also like to collect indie games. And Fortnite's not, but the thought that this game could literally go from everyone and their brother can play it to no one can play it at some point just because of copyright or something like that is insane to me. So very glad to be adding that one to the collection. Looks like blue is going to get absolutely dunked on right now. 0 eggs in your basket. You guys have been sleeping. 6 seconds left. 16 in our basket. Commanding lead. I'm sorry, blue, but you're going to have to be bringing it back to the locker room. We qualified, and we're going to go on to the next round. Freezy high, freezy low, freezy peak incoming. But yeah, so super glad to have that game in the collection. I know it's kind of silly if you guys aren't into that. I apologize, but I hope it makes a little bit of sense. Believe it or not, there's just a lot of games that you can't play anymore or are very difficult to play anymore. And it's kind of silly. There's actually, so recently, another gentleman on YouTube, I'm trying to remember what his name is. I think it's Matt MC, don't quote me on that. Regardless, I was watching a video that he had put out, or a gentleman like him that put out, on Lego Island. Lego Island was a game that I grew up with, which is super basic that you'd play on a Windows PC. And basically what it would allow you to do is just run around and play as Pepper the pizza guy, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so basically super basic game. Like you could click on people and make them like change their hat or something like that. And you just like literally walk around and deliver pizzas, and there wasn't a whole lot more than that to it. I think you could collect collectibles maybe. I know there's a second game, so I might be confusing it with that. But anyways, so he was documenting a little bit of some of the variants of that game, like the specific languages that are hard to play. And it's a very interesting, oh no! Very interesting food of thought is like there are also just variants of very normal games that like sold really, really well. But just that exact example is hard to come across. And actually, I didn't really think about this, but, and I am focusing up real hard because I would like to actually finish here. But, oh boy, we need to get there. No! Yikes. One more game in us? Let's get to it. But yeah, so specifically, he was looking at and forgive me if I was mistaken, but it was the Japanese version of Lego Island, and it's super simple because, like, or not simple, but silly, because basically a lot of these games, when they get ported to other countries, are the same language. You know, like, it might still be in English technically, and he wanted to prove that, hey, there's a copy out there that's a different variant that's not English, it's actually in Japanese. So he did that, and he's done other videos on Lego Island specifically, but it's kind of crazy to think about. I actually have a copy of Uncharted, specifically Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 for the PlayStation 4, and you might be asking yourself, Yeti, I thought there was a collection, an Uncharted collection from PlayStation 4, and you would be correct. In the United States, there came out a collection of all the Uncharted games, but overseas, and if maybe you're watching this overseas, there are individual games for all the Uncharted games, individual discs for all the Uncharted games. So naturally, you would just want to buy the collection, and I don't know why you would buy them ever individually, and that's what makes them interesting to me. And what's so insane is a game that might be super common somewhere, you know, that's not the United States, again, speaking from the frames of the United States, might be super common somewhere, is not super common in other states, which is a very interesting school of thought. And I'm not sure why they broke it up like that, the Uncharted games, this is. Maybe it was to release them in a more appropriate time manner. Regardless, I do have all different European copies, unfortunately not all from the same country, but hey, it's kind of neat just to see them either way. And there are some exclusives to certain countries that I should mention, but they're in my collection. But I'll save that for another time. Uncharted is enough geeking out on that one, and we're going to be focusing back up on some Fall Guys. Now, hopefully, this is going to get us pretty darn close right here, and I think we'll even qualify pretty darn early. Look at that, qualifying third. But yeah, so guys, if you personally collect games or have any interesting games, let me know down in the comments section below. I'm always interested to see what other people are into. Obviously, I know I'm into very different games than what other people are. And also, if you guys, speaking of games just in general, have any ideas of things that you'd like to see on the channel, let me know. I do like showcasing weird and interesting games. Like, yes, I do like having some long-running series, and thank you again for the huge amount of support I've gotten on this series, on Sackboy's Big Adventure, and also recently the Infinite Realms series, Minecraft survival multiplayer, if you aren't familiar. I've been getting a lot of support on those guys, and I've been doing Amy, which I'm hoping to get a little bit more support, but hey, I know it's a little weird, so I'm not expecting the world out of that one. But if you guys have any other ones that you're like, hey, Yeti, you should be checking this out, let me know. I love hearing from you guys down in the comments and just having a little conversation. I do make as much of a point as possible not to be eliminated like that. Oh, that's a little rough. You hate to be eliminated like that, but I totally understand. It happens to the best of us. As I was saying, guys, if you want to have anything specific on the channel, just let me know. I love having a conversation with you guys down in the comments. I try to be as personable as possible. Remember, guys, I'm just a person too. I like playing games just like you. If you like this kind of content, consider leaving a like on the episode. Consider subscribing for more like this and other random stuff that's soon to be coming. As always, this has been your host, TheLostYeti, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode of Fall Guys, or maybe something different. See you then.